Hi, Luminaires. My name is Jamie Butler, and I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am a medium. I've been doing spiritual work of this nature for 30 years publicly, but kind of stepped into it when I was younger. I'm so happy to be here with you. If you are new to this world, please put your fingers to the keyboard. Let me know how you're doing and if you have any questions. But today I wanted to chill out with you a little bit and talk about trance channeling. Very cool, very scary, all in the same breath. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. It's a beautiful, overcast, foggy day. It's like Seattle came to visit Atlanta. That's good to see you, Shelly. Hi, honey. Hi, Wendy. So happy you guys are here. So if you're new to this material, you wouldn't probably be on here right now, but if you're new to this material and to me, you'll take note that I'm a little silly. I like to use humor to drive points home. I feel that when we're comfortable and we can connect to the material, it kind of demystifies it, helps us normalize it. It helps us take these really extraordinary things that we're able to do and puts them into little bite-sized, digestible pieces. So that's kind of my mission in life. My personal joy is to show up in your world. I'm so grateful that I am in your orbit and just go, hey, you, wakey, wakey, wake up. Look, there's something else sitting here. And let's take this perspective and see how that works for you. I'm a big advocate that we are all completely different and we're going to approach this in different ways. So it's a little difficult just to teach one flat route. So I don't. I'm very, I'm reading everybody's comment. Hi, Lauren. God, it's so good to see you. Hi, Bill and Alex from Switzerland. Hi, Dawn. Sheldon. Oh, good. You want to learn how to trance channel? It's exciting. So as I was mentioning, it's just not one process. So I take a lot of pride in providing experiences for you to go through so that you can build your own skills the way that you need, the way that's more comfortable for you, the way that builds more trust with you. Because if you follow in my footsteps, I mean, some of you might go, this is really nice. I like this. It's working for you, for me. And then the other part, many of you will go, this is silly. This is stupid. This doesn't fit me. It's kind of weird. Who is this woman? And it won't work. So I take big, broad concepts, help you have experiences with them, talk about different approaches, different perspectives, so that you can find your own path. I really believe, guys, now more than ever, and I had the same belief many years ago, but the more of you in this world that can hold a higher vibration, just see things a little bit different, we're all going to benefit by you showing up today, changing your perspective slightly, raising your vibration. I'm going to benefit from it here in Atlanta because you're contributing to the overall mass consciousness evolution that we're going through. So I appreciate you. 00 Hoova, love you too. Hi, Amy B. You got me live. Yay! So happy. Oh, hi, Seattle. Linda Marie. Yes, we're sharing spotty sunshine. I wish I could show you, but if I turn the camera, it'll just like fritz out. Jen E. Hi, gorgeous. Thank you for being here. You're so awesome. Lemon and Lime, say hi. I told them some love was coming from them, from you to them. I could tell they could feel it. Lady Rainstar, hi. Ah. Hi, Coach. Hope you hanging in there. I'm hanging in there, Shelly. Michelle, greetings. Patricia Parker, hi. Hi, Jane Howard. All you lovely luminaires out there that are just so engaged. You guys are awesome. You make this so worthwhile. Ted Olson, back at you. Thank you so much for the compliment. I enjoy my smiles and I really work at choosing to be aligned with happiness and the possibility of joy and happiness is definitely a muscle you build. It doesn't just arrive one day. Carrie Birdsley, hello. Wonderful Wyoming. This is great. Corey, you've got the cloudy Alpharetta? Yeah. Nice. Well, here we go. I was thinking we can do like a fun little quiz. Sometimes we throw these out. Sometimes, we gather them and we'll see what kind of channeling or if you're ready to trans-channel. Because channeling, well, I'm not going to talk about it. Let's do the quiz first. You guys game? Okay, so you might need pen and paper unless you have like one of those superb memories. And if so, please have it rub off on me. Hello from London. It's Siobhan, isn't it? You're laughing really loud right now. Oh. Jen E, come on. We haven't even gotten revved up. Look at you. Thank you so much for the financial energy. That is really wonderful. It's very helpful and useful. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sending love to you, your sweetheart, and all your little animal babies. You guys are awesome. Oh my God, more for lemon and lime from Lennon. I'll specifically tell them today it's from Lennon. He's so fun. Okay, let's get into this quiz. It's 5 short questions, and each question has 3 options for you to choose, and it's going to be like an A, B, or C. And I want you to remember how many A's you have, how many B's you've answered to, and how many C's, because they'll kind of cluster up. And then once we see them cluster up, then we'll read kind of like the wonderful answers at the end of the quiz. So are you ready? The first question in this series of 5 is about your motivation. What is your motivation for wanting to bring through channeled messages? Like, why do you want to do it? Which one of these 3 is it? Is it that you want to obtain inspirational knowledge? Did you think like chimes did go off? That's kind of funny. Or is it B, to expand your own awareness? Or is it C, so others will respect you and pay more attention to you? So this is kind of your motivation for wanting to bring through channeled messages. Is it A, to obtain inspirational knowledge? Is it B, to expand your own awareness? Or is it C, so others will respect you and pay more attention to you? You got to pick one. I hear some of you out there going, well, it's kind of like a 2 thing. No, which one like resonates with you most? Hi from India. Hi. Okay, so you've got that one. Sunny's like, I'll probably go with B, to expand my own awareness. I know, Regina, was it you that I was listening to in my head? You have to pick just one, A, B, or C. Erica's a B. Hi, Myra. You got the notification. It worked for you this time. Thank you. That goes for most of you luminaires out there. If you really love these spontaneous live streams where we do mini lessons, some quizzes, answer questions, hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I pop up, because it's not routine. I show up when I have time. So hit the notification bell while you're there. Hit like and subscribe. They're actually 2 different things, and it's really helpful for me. Yay! Lots of A's. Just visiting is a solid A, to obtain inspirational knowledge. Okay, we've got 4 more questions to go through. Let's do the second one. Describe your physical constitution. Of these 3, which one are you? Are you rarely ill? Like you're just this healthy horse. Are you commonly suffering from colds and other minor illnesses? Like you can say, oh, February, November, that's when I touch on the flu. Like you commonly have it. Or is it C, where you often visit doctors, healers, or pharmacies? So what is your physical constitution? Is it A, you're rarely ill, B, commonly ill, or C, you frequently have to visit doctors and healers and pharmacies? Oh, Wendy, I'm like Ted. Guys, I'm heartbroken. You're throwing down a C. I'd love to witness that change in your life. What was it? Peter Lombardi. I was just texting with you. This is a 5-question quiz to figure out, like, are you ready to channel? Do you want to be that person that brings in channeled messages? And this is the second question. What's your physical constitution like? A, rarely ill. B, commonly ill. Or C, you visit doctors, healers, and pharmacies frequently. We're going to step into the third. Ooh, Bill is like an A. Bam, never sick, just dealing with CTE. Bill, I just want to squeeze you. That is a life. Chrissy Rose is a B. Peter, I'm an A. Okay, third question. What sort of reading material do you favor? So if you're reading books, if we can even take this into movies, like what is your favorite entertainment, kind of escapism kind of a thing? Is it A, sensational stories, B, information covering a wide variety of topics, or is it C, escapist romantic novels? Especially those kind with Scotland men, and they wear those cute kilts and they're like so tough and muscular. Did I talk that out loud? That was out loud, wasn't it? Oh my God. Any person with an accent, to me, so sexy. Okay, by the way, we're back to a questionnaire. This is question number 3. What kind of stories do you like to read, or kind of movies do you like to watch? A, sensational stories. B, information covering a wide variety of topics. Or C, escapist romantic novels. Lauren, you get to learn a little bit more about me each time. See? Thank you, Amora. Hello, Outlander. Tammy Parrish, she's like, that's a C. Sunny is an A. So what you're doing is you're going to remember how many A's you have, how many B's you have, and how many C's you have during this 5-question quiz. And it's all going to share. Are you ready to channel? Okay, we have 2 more. B and C. Oh, just visiting. You have to pick one. Only one. Bill, Jamie, make my dad read to you. Tell him Coach Hal said so. Bill, he has the best voice. It is so sexy. You can tell I like a good voice. My husband has a wonderful voice. Okay, let's go on to the 4th question. You've got those down. 4th question, how much time are you prepared to spend on developing yourself as a clear channel? This is like, get real, please, just get real. A, whenever you feel like it, when the time works and it aligns and the stars are perfect, I'll do it. That's A. B, however many years it takes. B is highly dedicated, right? However many years I'm in there. C, maybe once a week for an hour or 2. So how much time are you willing to put into being a clear channel? Is it A, whenever I can, it's just when it pops up, when the stars align. B, however much time it takes, however many years I'm dedicated to it, never dropping the ball. Or is it C, I'm going to take 1 or 2 hours a week and I'm going to dedicate it to this? I hear you more. I'll go back to question 1. No waivers, says Wendy. B's. Look at you, B's. Eric, Michelle, Tammy, guys. It's built in, says Mary. Wow. Bill coming in, yes, with a B. That is a typical athletic discipline. Ted, man, you guys are driven. Let's go to question 5. Question 5, are you someone who is A, fearless? It's a big statement. I'm glad these last 2 questions you guys are getting honest with yourselves. Question 5, Are you someone who is A, fearless, B, rarely frightened about anything? Rarely, but there's going to be those some occasions where you're just knocked off your feet, but it's rare. Rarely frightened by anything. C, always watchful, expecting bad things to happen. C is that person that's like, everything's going good. When is the other shoe going to drop? And I really want to research that quote. If any luminaire out there knows what that quote really means, I'd love to hear it. So the fifth question is, are you someone who is A, fearless, B, rarely afraid of anything, or C, always on alert, like something else is about to happen, I know it? I love 4 B's and 1 C. This is when you want to add it up. How many A's do you have? How many B's? And how many C's? And for those of you who missed the first question, let's go back. What is your motive for wanting to bring through channeled material? Is it A, to obtain inspirational knowledge? Is it B, to expand your own awareness? Or is it C, so others will respect you and pay attention to you? The second question was, describe your physical constitution. Are you A, rarely ill, B, sometimes ill, C, frequently visiting the doctors, the healers, or the pharmacy? The third question is, what sort of material do you favor? Like what kind of books and what kind of movies do you watch? Is it A, sensational stories? Is it B, information covering a wide variety of topics? Or is it C, escapist romantic novels? Thank you, Outlander. Fourth question. How much time are you prepared to spend on developing yourself as a clear channel? Like, what are you going to invest? Is it A, whenever you feel like it? Is it B, I don't care how long it takes, years and years and years, I'm dedicated? Or is it C, I'm going to take 1 to 2 hours a week and dedicate that time to it? And then the final question is, are you someone who is A, fearless, B, rarely frightened about anything, or C, always alert? When's the other shoe going to drop? Okay. If you had 3 to 5 C's, we're going to start with C first. If you had 3 to 5 of them out of these 5 questions, the quiz says you'd be much better suited to some other form of psychic or healing work. It's like, I know you're interested in it, but let's get you somewhere where you can really thrive. If you had 3 to 5 A's, the quiz says you seem to have some unrealistic ideas about yourself, and you need to gauge in more self-discovery and healing before becoming involved with channeling. If you had 3 to 5 A's, it says slow down, look at where you are a little bit more, let's discover a little bit more, and then maybe we can get involved in channeling later. But if you ended up having 3 to 5 B's, B's. So that would be Chrissy Rose. You have 3 to 5 B's. You show great promise and could develop your channeling abilities very nicely with dedication and purpose. The B's have it. If you're already aligned with a B, then step into it. You interested? Come on over. You guys have been talking about wanting me to do my trance channeling classes, which I normally do in person, and I'm very hesitant to do them online, but I've been sitting with Spirit and working on it. Alex, you're killing me. Hey, Carrie, here's some B's. If you have a tie, then I would lean towards what feels more comfortable with you. So I've been sitting with Spirit, got an itchy eye, goodness. And we've been walking through how can I do it online and really help somebody remotely slowly go through their skills of trance channeling. Because it's no joke. It's such a fine line from sanity to insanity. It's a fine line between spiritual awakening to psychotic breakdown. Isn't that crazy? But it's like they're one side of a coin. And when I have you in person, I can watch how your energy is moving, and I can kind of intervene and say, do you feel like you're pushing yourself too hard? Like, let's talk about this feeling you're having right now and let's acknowledge it. So Spirit says, let's break it down. Oh, Amy B, you are 4 Bs. Get in there. You can break it down, they said, and do tiny lessons. So we are developing a 16-part course, 1 hour a week. And I'm going to break down the 16 most important things to experience, to go through, to build your trust, to build your skill. And you'll have homework throughout the week that you'll need to do before you come back to class and get another hour. We're going to start it next year. Look, I had to write it down so I could remember. It's coming soon, 2021. I didn't want to start it this year. 2020, let's wait for that energy to go away. 2021, I think we're going to start January 14th. It's going to be remote and an online course on Learn It Live, 16 parts, 16 classes, but we're going to do part 1 and part 2 and have a little break in between, because I know that's a long time to like commit, but at least we'll be able to get to the core of your self-discovery, as this, wild little quiz that I found was talking about, making sure that you're really connected to who you are and why you want to do this, because it is a life's amount of work. It's not something to take lightly. It's not something just to have on your arm to do like a parlor trick with. It's pretty intense. Andrea P is 3 Bs and 2 As. Genevieve, you totally get the sanity versus insanity. Hey, Dan, it's good to have you here. So nice to see you. Very, very true, says Lady Rainstar, how the mind's eye works, let alone what you hear. Big time. Comfortable with spirit, cautious as well, always in prayer, says Wendy N. That's beautiful. So Ted, 2 Bs, 2 Cs, there's 5 questions. Which one did you miss? It's 5 questions in there. So go back, you can listen to the recording and figure out which your other one is. 4 Bs, Michelle. Tammy says, I douse and talk to spirit a lot. That is awesome. Melissa Slate, you're 3 Bs. My peeps aren't going to be around till next year to channel, so that's perfect, says Sheldon. Sweet. I was trying to see. Yes. Natalie S. I did mention that I use a chi machine to prep, like before meditation. Do you go into meditation while laying there, or do you get up and readjust to start? I go into meditation while I'm on the chi machine. It's a 15-minute cycle and just calms that physical body down, gets your energy aligned, and it's actually a technique that I use and that I'm going to teach about in the trance channeling class. I'm wondering, I'm an A and unrealistic because of all the concussions I've had. I must have changed the channeling years ago. I guess I need new rabbit ears covered in tinfoil to get better reception. Bill, you're cracking me up. Oh my God. Coach Bill, you're not going to need rabbit ears. But I would say, when you have CTE, and I know I'm speaking, to someone who does have it, but you'll notice you have these ebbs and flows, that all of a sudden your chemical makeup and your calmness and everything is really aligned, and you can do some really good work then. But then exercise being kind to yourself when you are in a flare up, when things aren't aligning well. I say the difficult thing with CTE is It's really hard to decipher. Are you in a flare up or not? Because it's so much of who you are. So maybe with the help of friends or somebody who's in your orbit that can simply just say, hey, this looks like a flare up moment. How are you doing? And just kind of check in with it. Oh wow, Mary Anderson woke up at 3:30 in full neutral and saw 5 orbs of light. Yes. Hi from Norway. Hi Nina B. Okay, so with Lawrence Salino, what is a chi machine? You can purchase them on the lovely Amazon. You can find them online. Research chi machine. It is electronic. You plug it into the wall, and it has looks like a W on top of the machine, and it sways. And inside the W, you rest your ankles. So your feet are kind of dangling off, and the W will rotate, grab your ankles, it'll wiggle your feet, and then you're laying on your back, so it starts to wiggle your whole body and your head. So if your nose and your toes are wiggling, it's providing all this extra space in the body, especially in the vertebra and all the like tiny joints. Energy moves freer. It has a 15-minute cycle. I suggest buying a chi machine if you're interested in it that has a dial on it that you can control the speed. Start low. At any time you're on a chi machine and your body is tightening up, you're moving too quickly, you're rotating too fast. So dial it down. As long as your body can stay relaxed when you're on a chi machine, you're going to get the best benefit. Stay with it, and it turns itself off. And after that, I swear it feels like an outer body experience. Wow, so awesome. Oh, Coach Bill, I love Marshawn too. It's kind of not so much like a polarity machine, but the type of rocking it provides simulates some of the polarity holds. Though the chi machine doesn't provide any kind of negative current or positive current of energy, it does provide the rocking motion that creates a balance. You had some polarity work done, says Shelly. It was awesome. Yeah, Lauren S. It's incredible. I use a chi machine. I used to use it daily, but now whenever I'm feeling stuck in my head, or if I'm feeling physically tight, or if I know I'm about to go trance channel, or I'm going into a meditation and my head's not in the game, I'll get on the chi machine. It's perfect. Eric says I channel a little bit, but it comes and goes. Mostly spiritual motivation for me to stay grounded. Sometimes it turns into spiritual poetry writing for my, that's so awesome, of my emotions and wonder if it's me or higher power. The fact right there, Eric, that you're asking, I wonder if it's me or higher power, that to me shows a sign of it's probably higher power. If I'm just reading the question and we're not having a conversation and I'm not using my, spidey senses, because when we step in to our like, what was that? And we start to recognize things, words, feelings, sensations that are moving through our body that don't really feel like us, and we start to question it. We're like, what was that? Sometimes it can happen in a conversation. Have you guys had this where you're in a deep conversation and you start talking and you were in a friend's position and maybe you were about to give some advice, but then you just like stumbled on something and just the words came out. And then all of a sudden you are in the back of your own head going, oh, this is so good. I love this. I'm learning something from my own mouth hole. That, my friend, is channeling. And if you have had that before, let's just take a moment and just totally give props to how easy that was, right? It wasn't difficult. You didn't have to step into some big ritual or routine, but it moved through you. And it moved through you because you were in this open and willing state and you were letting energy just move through you, right? Accept, engage, let it go, move through. We do that when we're in conversation. It's free form. And that's why it's easy for you to jump in these tiny channeling moments in conversation. Have you had that? Jamie! So happy to see you. Hi. Does it make sense? Yes. And it happens easily, like Jamie S. is saying, and writing in a journal as well. Amora says, I used to randomly speak some other language occasionally. It just usually happened in a certain part of town. It was strange. That right there, when you're saying it was strange, it's like these kinds of assessments, like Eric was mentioning, it doesn't really feel like it's you. And you're going, odd, strange, I wonder if, what is that? When we start to do that, we're slowly starting to observe and separate what we are in control over, our consciousness, which is 5% of who you are, as 95% of your operational devices are subconscious, where channeling messages are going to be voiced and coming through. So if you're able to go, what was that? And that was weird. That's when we can look at that and say, it's coming from something else. Now, we have to be very aware. You have to have strong enough emotional muscles and mental muscles to check in on those moments. Because on the rare occasion, when we notice something about ourselves that we're doing, and we're doing it from a third perspective or a higher perspective and going, whoa, those words, what was I just doing and saying? Whoa. We have to have strong enough muscles to say, is this healthy? And how do you identify if it's healthy? And that's going to be, a lot of what I'm going to talk about in 2021. If you want to learn trance channeling, we're going to be online doing it. It's going to be 16 classes within 2 parts. And I'll break it down. Spirit will teach some of it. I'll teach some of it. And you'll have homework. And some of this homework is going to be, how do I identify if what just happened right there is healthy or not? And at any time you're doubtful, we're going to give you the skills of how to share it with a third person party. Because at any time in this spiritual journey that you're like, oh my God, I can't share this with anybody. I definitely shouldn't say that. I mean, that person's going to think I'm crazy. And you start to shut down and you start to keep it to yourself because what if that person judges you? Right there, very unhealthy. No bueno. We're going to start to support you in saying, I had this odd thing happen to me, and this is what happened, and getting their insight. Another person's insight is not meant to be your truth or your fact, but hearing somebody else observe what you're sharing, listening and holding that space can give you clarity. That's what I'm looking for, to give you clarity, to put you in the driver's seat, just to clear all that up. Erico, just feels like being on a roller coaster in your heart. Your heart just starts beating. Yes, it does. It does. It's a whole different feeling. Myra, this year, 2020, I have been eating more veggies and juicing and feeling great. And my friend, that is so important when it comes to channeling messages. I'm doing, Fridays. I normally teach 3 short little classes for $10 each. I'm not doing it this Friday, but next Friday, October the 23rd, I have an intuitive eating class. And I'm going to get down to how can you tell what foods really resonate with you? What really is a food journal that doesn't have to be a nasty thing or take too much time out of your life? And what foods to consume and not consume when you're looking at trance channeling or having a spiritual path. So that's going to be fun. Same day, I'm going to be teaching feng shui fixes. And I'm going to be teaching how to connect to multidimensional beings. That one's going to be fun. 30 minutes, how to connect to multidimensional beings. And then November 5th, I'm going to let Maitland teach a class on it, where she's going to trance channel through me and do kind of like a part 2 to that one. So you're going to get the human's viewpoint and then the spirit's viewpoint on the same topic. I've never done that before. We'll see how it goes. But Maitland did teach a class yesterday, and I think it went really, really well. I haven't watched it yet. It was on aura protection. And all my classes are up over on Learn It Live. It's a Learn It Live live.com, Jamie Butler. And you can go over there and you can watch Maitland teach her class on aura protection and why it's changing in current day and how to repair your energy tears. Shelly Ham, thank you. How to handle others' emotions if you're an empath. Yes. Getting a pen. Getting a Post-it. How to handle other people's emotions. Other emotions as an empath. Got it. And Shelly, thank you so much for the financial energy. That is very kind. I receive it with an open heart. Thank you very, very much. Okay, I've got that note. That'd be a good class. Thank you for the suggestion. I am always up for a good suggestion in class. I think we're up to 70 classes now. And starting in 2021, I'm going to reteach some of those classes. And I'm going to be adding some experiences, like come on Friday for a 30-minute healing, 30-minute meditation. It's going to be fun. Hi, Deb. Yes, you got to watch it later. If you ask Maitland about the big flash event, maybe she can tell us, the collective. I got that tip on my last session. The big flash event. Okay. Maitland. She's not talking about it right now, so I wrote it down. I'm so ready for some ETs to come into physical sight, and I want to learn from them. Right? It's going to happen. It's kind of crazy. So we're getting ready for that. We're getting prepped. We're going to talk some just real clear, basic stuff on ETs. That's going to be October 23rd, the multidimensional being class, how to connect with them. And then Maitland's going to, on November 5th, do the trans-channeled class on it. If you guys love the trans-channeling and you want to ask some questions to Spirit, October 22nd, it's a Thursday in the evening, evening Atlanta time, is we're going to do a trans-channeling on Learn It Live. So if you want to be involved in that, go over there, buy your ticket, and we'll see you there. Is there such thing as a physical empath? I feel like sometimes I physically take on others' aches and pains, and it comes out of nowhere until I find who it belongs to. That, Natalie, is an empath. Absolutely. It doesn't, an empath is not narrowed down to only emotions. It's like being a satellite dish, is how I explain it. There you are as a satellite dish, and you're receiving signals all the time, and you're reading them like they're just coming in. And your body is the satellite dish, and it's mimicking those signals. And if you are not consciously aware that you are so talented at mimicking those signals, you will think, that belongs to me. So you could potentially be sitting next to somebody or be thinking about your mother, your sister, your brother, whomever, who is living in another state or country, and you can mimic and connect to their energy and mimic their headache. All of a sudden you have a headache and you think, well, I guess I have a headache. And you make it yours when the reality of it is you don't. Your empathic skills were mimicking the vibrational patterns of the headache that the person you were thinking of has. It's just a way of collecting information. And once you acknowledge and you go, I have a headache, is this mine? Yes or no? Sometimes you'll get this, no, it's not yours. And you're like, oh, okay. So somebody in my orbit has a headache. I got it. Now I know how they feel. Thank you very much. And the headache will disappear. Julia B. Maitland talked about using crystals, and she was holding in your right hand. Is that the best hand to hold it in? Your active hand. I haven't watched the video, but I'm hearing in my head, yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. And she's hitting the bells. Miriam. Oh, where'd it go? It went away. Oh, there you are. Hi, she says. Have you talked about the future and what you see for the collective? Would you just talk about it in the future? Are there any insights or advice you can share that assures one is safe? Oh, I love you. Just all of you. That, like, it really resonates, the word. Like, how do you know if one is safe? Safe is going to be defined differently by each person. Safe has different variations, but I think we can go down in a heavy rabbit hole. So if you don't mind, I'll put it down. Are we safe? Like, what's the future? But in a brief explanation, yes, we are. We're going to be okay. Miriam, even if all the energy in the world hits the proverbial fan, just blows up, you're okay. I mean, I believe it with every cell in my body, you're okay. Even if the worst imaginary thing that you can create happens to you, you're okay. The physical body, I know it feels very real. I know all of this is extremely real, and we're living it and we're navigating it. But in the end, you have your light. And in the end, you'll get to look back. And in the end, you'll have your whole self. And in the end, I say the end like time is linear, but I hope you understand. In the end, you'll be able to say, okay. So I would love to reserve that for a deeper talk later. Is disclosure really going to happen during the crazy elections? Asked Sabrina. Probably not during the crazy elections, because they're really going to want to pull the wool over our eyes. So maybe not right then. Sarah R. I'm about to talk to you in 10 minutes. Sheldon, right? Yes. Sheldon says our souls cannot be harmed. So ultimate truth is we are safe. But it's a good conversation. Oh, you are so welcome. I would love to hear a deeper talk on that later too. Yay! Oh, good. You guys are awesome. Dan Fogel, thank you so much for the financial energy. It says, looking forward to this new class. This class, right? The online trans channel class. 16 classes in 2 parts. We're going to have it online on Learn It Live. It's not posted yet, so don't ask. I'm just laying a seed. I'm pretty excited that Spirit and I figured out how to do it online, and I feel good about it. So I'm happy that you're excited, Dan. It's been since Gainesville in the 90s. I know. I hope you can participate from Arizona. Dan was around in the whole college era. I bet, do you have pictures? That would be funny. I have photographs, but it's kind of like they're up in some container somewhere in the attic. Maybe I need to slow down and go back through them. So Rosalie, as an empath, I've come home with symptoms I know are not mine, but is there any way the mimicking of someone else's energy helps relieve them of it? Not likely. The mimicking of it is your ability to get the information. And just because you hold the information does not, oh, my little lumineers, I hear grace in my head when I say that. It does not mean that you need to do anything about it just because you have the knowledge. I know. It's hard knowing stuff and not doing stuff about it. I have a rule of thumb. If it comes to me 3 times with great accuracy, like it's the same information 3 times, then I will step forward. So if you're mimicking it, it's not necessarily alleviating anybody else's pain. And maybe it's not meant to, you know? The whole beauty of it is you're able to express yourself as a front, a unity. Your energy is tied to the earth, to the next person, to the trees, to the atmosphere, to the clouds, to everything, to my hair, to everything. Ashley, you're just joining. I want to give a big thank you to all of the YouTube members. You guys rock it. You inspired me so much to come to the table, to stretch myself, to give good material, to design these meditations monthly, to do book clubs. We're going to get into the humming effect. It's going to be a good one on sound healing and the science behind it. You allow me to do trance channeling, and you guys ask the most brilliant questions. And then we record these energy updates, which last month, well, actually, it's this month, I learned so much from Maitland doing the energy updates. Just incredible. So thank you, members. You guys are rocking it. Thank you for inspiring me. Michelle, thank you for the financial energy. You are awesome. Thank you so much for that. It's great. Oh, and Monique, you're asking, you're so excited for the new on class. If it's affordable, I am so in. So we're breaking it down into 2 parts, and this is for learning how to trance channel. The first part is $250, and then the second part is $250. So overall, it's $500. It's less than what I taught it in person. In person for a 3-day weekend, I was charging $680. So it's less, and it's going to take more time, so you can take it in small tidbits, and it's going to be recorded, so you can always go back and watch the material again and brush up on it. You'll have your whole catalog recorded. I like that a lot because I am someone who goes back and watches something again and again and again, because when I'm learning a new concept, my brain gets so excited. It's like, oh my God, this is better than sliced bread. This rocks. We never knew. And then like 3 days later, I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And so I have to reread it, rewatch it, soak it up one more time, try it on. So I like the recording. But you rock. Fan twinkled. I've been doing sound healing. It's wonderful and magical. I cannot wait to learn more about it through that book, The Humming Effect. Oh, Wendy, the only reason I'm not reading the question is I wanted to keep it more focused towards the class and not so much on like real personalized questions. There's times I'll come on live and I'll really dive into individual personal questions. And there's times where I go live and I focus on more of a universal, like when people are talking about being an empath, there's many that are empaths. But then when we talk about like your grandfather and a personal response, sometimes the answer to that doesn't translate to many. And since we're holding many people's conscious focus right now, I'm aware of looking at questions that are just a little bit more broad. But I like that you're asking, because there are going to be times, Wendy, that we will totally dive in to those personal ones. Sliced bread just answered a question you were channeling. Jamie S., you're in. Oh, it's pretty exciting. Let's see. What else is happening out there? I've got a few more minutes, and then I'm going to jump on a call with a lovely lady. Tammy! Oh my gosh, Jamie, I've had to learn that one. Is it my place or is it not? Is what I'm referring to. Yes. Is it your place or not? To say something because you know what's going on with somebody? I do rule of 3 because sometimes even I can't figure out, is it my place? Because there's sometimes I'm talking to somebody and I'm observing their light, and I don't mean to, but luminaires, maybe you can, understand this. It's like once you've built that muscle, it's a natural sense. And you allow those hits and those pings to come in, and sometimes you can't just conjure them or completely block them out. It's part of who you are. And sometimes I'm talking to somebody and I can see they're sick. I wonder if they know they're sick. Or she's pregnant. She hasn't told anybody. Does she know she's pregnant? Don't say anything. And I look again, I'm like, she's really pregnant. But you can't see, just a waif of a person or normal shaped body, whatever that means. And I choose not to say anything. It's not my place. It's not my place to talk about your business. So exercise some really strong muscles here, keeping it personal. Jocelyn, thank you so much for the financial energy. That is really, really kind. Thank you. I love and appreciate you, Jamie, so much. I've been going through some trauma and loss of a dear friend over the past week or so, and my spiritual guides on earth, like your teachings, have been getting me through it. Thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, that warms me up. Thank you for letting me be in that place in your life. Like, I wish I could just knock on people's doors because I love what I do so much, and I want other people to have experiences of this and make their own, choices with it. But it's like, I can't show it for you unless you decide I'm an option. And so I really appreciate that, Jocelyn, for picking this tribe. Miriam, how do we know which classes and topics are you doing in your live videos and where to sign up? Oh, and the live videos that we do here in YouTube, like this, it's usually sporadic. It's my fun sporadicness. But I'm more scheduled on Learn It Live when I'm teaching classes, and that's every Friday. You can find that on my website at jamiebutlermedium.com and click Live Classes, or you can just go over to Learn It Live, and in the search engine, you'll see Jamie Butler pop up, and you can click on it, and all the little classes will be there. Hi, Jamie, it's Amy F. Going to sleep since it's really late in Australia. Oh my God, it's really late in Australia. Go to bed. It's like 2 a.m. Thank you so much for being here. It's pretty awesome, though. Sweet dreams. Oh, is somebody talking about dowsing for your cat? You can douse for a cat. You can douse for yes and no's. For health-wise, you can douse to find your cat. If your cat is missing, I'm trying to go back and find Van Winkle. For any lost animal as well, you can douse, you can do map work. I would print out a map. This goes for people, animals, stolen objects. Print out a map of the area. You can use your pendulum to go over yes and no's, lay it out in quadrants. And then you can run your hand over it as well to feel the hot spots. But anytime your animal is out, I would remove your pillowcase that you slept on the night before and put it out by the front door. And then I would take another piece of clothing or another pillowcase, like maybe a t-shirt you slept in, and I would put it on the edge of the property or up the street. Cats and animals have a good sense of smell. Even if they get spooked and they run far and maybe not remember how to get back, they can smell their way home. They're very, very good. That scent is a stronger call home than walking the streets and calling and calling and calling. Do put out food, and of course, put it on the social media. Indoor kitty outside. But if we're tapping in, kitty is fine, alive, having a journey. These are the moments I wish animals, when they do these walkabouts, could write a book. So they could sit down and be like, day 1 when I escaped the indoors, terrified as the grass ran up against my face. What to do? All new smells. Like wouldn't it be like great to read the cat's journal entry of like being gone for that long? Stuff like that just cracks me up. Oh, you guys are great. Lauren! Welcome to Luma Light. This means when you're a member, Lauren, you can go back and get all the meditations that have been posted. Go to the community link. Boop. And then you can see all the posts from the members. And we do private links. And then you have the book club videos and everything available for yourself to watch. Dan, thank you so much for the financial energy. That is really kind. You're the best. Gratitude for all. Oh, gratitude for all you do and all you've done. Thank you so much. You guys are so wonderful. I really enjoyed being here with you today, doing our cute little quiz on Are You Ready to Channel, to finally announce that we're going to do a trance channeling class That's next year. We do have classes up on Learn It Live, and we're doing classes that are taught by Spirit directly. So I'm channeling the class to you. Maitland tried that out yesterday. That's up on Learn It Live on Aura Protection. And we're going to be doing some trance channeling. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share with a friend. If this is something that you enjoy and you like the way I'm presenting the information, the more people we rally together, that we call forward, create community, we're all benefiting from it. As each person raises their consciousness, we're all benefiting from it. So I'm so grateful that you're here and doing this work, showing your curiosity side. And if you have any suggestions, please bring them on. I take Post-it notes throughout so I know what to talk about next. Monique, join the Luma Light. Yay! You can go back and access all the wonderful meditations. I believe we have 5 of them up now. They're awesome. You guys are awesome. I'm going to step away, enjoy the rest of this wonderful Thursday, overcast in Atlanta, Georgia. I hope wherever you are, you're finding your happiness and you're choosing your happiness. You're in control. At any time you find yourself stuck, deep breath, reassess, change your perspective. You have choice. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye, Eric. Bye, Mary Anderson. Bye, Monique. Bye, Deb. Bye, Amora. Have an awesome day. Nikki, take care. Marta, there you are, Marta. Lauren S., thank you so much for joining. You guys, you new Lumineer members, yay! Thank you, Julia. Bye, take care. Ghost is smiling. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lorna. Bye, Rosalie. Bye, guys.